Welcome to a new episode of our program Trip to, where we are going to St. Barbara Church in the old Cairo of Egypt. St. Barbara Church is located on the eastern side of the Romanian fortress of Babylon. It was said that it was established in the 5th century as it was dedicated to St. Barbara. The church history said that it was located on the southern side of El Fustat city in the 15th century. And it was very large as it was the most famous one among us, who were used to celebrate the annual festivals and religious feasts that belonged to St. Barbara commemoration and that were attended by the patriarch. But the church was destroyed in the 10th century, and it was said that John ben al-Abba, one of the Copts ministers, had restored it in the Fatimid era, as it was said that it had kept some of its ancient features. St. Barbara church design has the Orthodox style. It has a nave with 2 wings, and each wing is separated by 5 marble columns. As it has a couple of columns in front of its entrance in the western side. Those marble columns have such crowns on their top, the nave palm tree engravings, as they are attached to a wooden frame which surrounds the church nave top. In front of the nave, there is the main iconostasis of the church, which is made of walnut with ivory and ebony, as it has some wooden engravings, whose date back to the 11th and 13th century. There are 9 big fixed icons above this iconostasis that are placed into wooden frames. There is a great colored icon for the Last Supper on the top middle of the iconostasis, and there is a big cross for Christ above it. The middle iconostasis of the main altar has a marble sanctuary which is recently established as it is dedicated to St. Barbara. There is such an ark on the top of the altar which is covered by ancient wood, that is, ancient colored features. Inside the altar, there is a marble stage which contains 7 steps with semi-circular shapes, as it is decorated with mosaic pieces, and it was prepared for the priests to set on, as it ends with a place in the eastern wall where the patriarch church was used to be put. On the right side of the main altar, there is the southern one, which has an iconostasis made of walnut with ivory. It has sanctuary and some icons. On the left side of the main altar, there's the northern one, which hasn't a sanctuary, as it is used as store for some recent icon, which was made at a recent time. And it has a wooden frame which is decorated with colored engravings, and the compartment has 3 saints icons, St. Barbara, St. Damiana, and St. Juliana. On the northern side of the church nave, there is a marble pulpit which is fixed on 10 columns, and it has such prominent engravings representing crosses into ornamented crowns. On the southern wall of the church, there are big hanging frames, and each one contains some icons for biblical stories. There is a small church located on the northern altar of the main one, which has a door lead to the nave of this small church, which is dedicated to Saint Abakir and Saint John. This church contains 3 small altars. The middle one is the main, which is dedicated to Saint Abakir and Saint John. The right one is dedicated to Saint George. And each one of those 2 altars has a sanctuary which is recently established. The third left altar is used as baptistry room. Those 3 altars were almost the main building of the church.